Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Cab Crew Wednesday. And hope everybody's doing well out there tonight. I'm going to remove this thing from StreamYard. Mouse is acting up tonight. See if I can get the mouse on that stupid thing. Can't get rid of it. Let me see. Why can't I get my... No. Oh, wow. Well, let's see who all in the chat here tonight. First one in was Todd Armstrong. Welcome. How you doing tonight? Derek Alexander's here. Welcome, Derek. How you doing? Then Rick from Rick's Trains is here. Welcome, Rick. How you doing? Bob from PK and W Mile Works. Hey, Bob. Welcome. Got to see you in here tonight. And Steve Childers is here. Welcome, Steve. How you doing? See you in here. And then we got Dwight Curley's here. Welcome, Dwight. How you doing? And John from Schuylkill River Valley. John's welcome here. How you doing tonight? No one else knew. Is everybody talking to each other? Oh, and Truck Schreiber just showed up. Welcome, Truck. How you doing tonight? Welcome. So that's everybody in here. Someone new pops in. I'll say hello to you. You guys can hear me okay, right? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Good deal. Thanks, Rick. Very good. Sounds great. And yeah, I can't remove this thing. It won't let me remove it. Oh well. Now this won't touch it. So yeah, weather's been pretty good around here lately. It was 82 for the high today. Right now it's 76. And hey, Dave, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, I was talking to Dave earlier tonight about that OBS spot camera that I have in the train room over top of my desk there. We're trying to work that out. So, see how that goes. And then the other day, my son called me. He wanted to go see the Big Boy, but I couldn't get out. I had something, some other engagement that same day. But he drove up to Scranton, where it was for the past 2 days. No, Dave, it's not on. I'm in my office now. I might try broadcasting from the train room tonight. That'll be next week. I think I'll try that. See how that works out. So anyway, he went up there and he did a video and he put it on Facebook and stuff like that. He likes trains too. So that was pretty good. I'm going to wait until it comes a little closer. It's going to be in Pottstown or something in July, so I think I'll go there. That's where near Dave is. So we'll see how that works out. Was it Saturday or let me see something. Sunday. It was Sunday, John. He went up Sunday. So he got a video as it was coming into the station. So, you were there yesterday? Nice. Yeah, Sunday he was. Yeah. But I already had another engagement on Sunday. I couldn't make it. I could have went, no problem, but what can you do? But I'll see it when it's in Pottstown. Pottstown's closer than Steamtown for me anyway. Thanks, Derek. We need 7 more likes, I guess. It's okay. In the beginning. Yeah, that's good, John. Always good to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, so let's see what else. I got all my speed matching of all my engines done. And they're all set and everything. Took a while to get them all done. And they were, I got to move over because I moved the camera. And they were, it took me like 2 or 3 days to get 34 engines done. So yesterday in the mail, I got my motor for my BLI SW7 small switcher I have. This guy. And I had to, open the shell, take the shell off, which is easy. You just squeeze and it pulls off. And then I had to unscrew a couple of the decoder board, which was screwed to the frame, and unscrew the headlight and stuff like that to get the new motor in and get it hooked up to the drive shafts and everything like that. So it took me about an hour to do it, get it. So then I put it on the test track here in the office, which is to my left. You can't see it because the camera's not pointing that direction. And what happened was I could not get this. Hey, Russ, welcome. How you doing tonight? I couldn't get it to set the engine number as the DCC address. And so I went and did CV8, make it an 8, and do a factory reset, which is most of the decoders do that. But this is a BLI decoder. The BLI decoders have a physical reset button on the decoder. So you have to put this on the track with no power on it. Hit the reset button. Hey JD, welcome. How you doing tonight? So you have to put this on the track with no power. Hit the reset button. Hold the reset button for a few seconds. Then turn the power on. And then that resets the decoder to address 3. So then I was able to run it as 3. So then I put it in Decoder Pro and set it at 4310, which is the engine number, 4310 on this engine. Steve, is that Wigwag? Who's Steven? Yeah, Wigwag's here. Welcome, Steven. How you doing tonight? So I put the address of 4310 in. I opened up in Decoder Pro the settings and looked at the CVs, and sure enough, it put in, the long address for the engine and everything. I went to select the engine number, and it wouldn't run. So I had to do a factory reset on it. It got it back to 3, and I was able to run it as 3, but I don't run any engine as address 3. So I set this was late last night. I was playing around with this. So then I said, okay, I'm going to send an email to BLI support. And then he got back to me this afternoon and told me how to reset it and everything. So I said, let me try it again. Then I got it. I didn't do what he said. I just said, I'm going to try. And, what he said was there's a CV setting in the decoder that you have to change. So I went in and changed that value, and it wouldn't even run at address 3 with that value. So I did another factory reset, which reset all the CVs back to the factory default values. And sure enough, that put it back to 3. I tested it. It ran at 3 with the shell off. I don't run it very far. I don't want the shell to be dragged too long. And then I said, let me go into Decoder Pro and create a new engine. I did. And then it worked as 4310. So that was good for me. So then I read all the CVs, and then I saved the file, and then I exported it. I got to import it on the other computer, which is the main JMRI engines table. And it runs. But when I put it back together, the headlights stopped working. Won't come on, no matter what I do. I did factory resets. So I don't know if it burned out or whatever. So they're going to send me a replacement headlight. And I don't need the headlight now. As long as it runs, that's all I care about. So, because this is going with the other SW7 I have in the lower yard to do work in that yard. And so I'm building a engine house for this engine, and I got the one wall done. It's 3 pieces. Let me make myself bigger. It's 3 pieces. The left and left and the right, or right and left and everyone. And then there's a center piece here, and this is all brickwork. This is all done on the A1, and the windows and all, and the door and the window frames were all printed on the A1. Everything was printed on there. So that's one window or one wall, and I have the other one glued on the desk, waiting for that to set a little bit before I take it off. It's not from a roundhouse. This is an engine house model, and this is the roof piece, and you put the two roof pieces together, and then you have the cope top window or the roof that goes on top like so, and then I got the windows for the sides. They slide down in there once I get the roof together. And then on both sides, the windows will be there. And then I got the stacks for each end. You got two stacks on it, stuff like that. So it's a single engine house. Yeah, it looks similar to the roundhouse, but it's not the same file. And then I got braces that'll go in between the walls so that the roof doesn't, sag in and stuff like that. So decided to start gluing it together. I've had it printed for a while, and I just wanted to show it to you guys. So, that's the wall. That's the inside of the wall, and then the outside is all brickwork. So I might do a little. Thanks, Bob. I might do a little weathering on this. I'm not sure yet. I got to do some landscaping around that section of track in that lower yard where this is going. There's another engine house there. It's a little bit shorter than this is. This is a longer one. The engine will fit in there with no problem, but it's going to be okay. People are just saying hello to each other. Interior. I'm not using the floor, okay, because it's just going to lay on top of the existing track that's there. If I put the floor in, then I got to tear out track, and I don't know if I want to do that. I might print the floors, and if so, then I will put some stuff in there. But the spot that's in, Derek, you're not going to be able to see it unless you're physically here. It's not in a camera view. Well, I could bring it up on a camera view, I guess, if I move the camera around and I zoomed in, then I might be able to see. I'll have to look and see. I'll have to look at the camera that has the view of that and see what it sees, because that's on the first level. And the new storyteller, welcome. You're new here. Thanks for stopping in. What is this set supposed to be? Not sure. I don't understand the question. What is this set supposed to be? What you're looking at in the on my screen, or I don't know what you're talking about, new storyteller. Well, welcome to the show anyway. Oh, Dave answered your question. Oh, beside me. Okay, what's beside me? This is a folding test track. I can fold this up in half. There's a handle here. There's latches here and here. And then I can close it up and take it somewhere, or I can put it in storage if I don't need it. I use this to do my speed matching for my engines. So if I get a new engine, get this out, put it on a set it up, and then run down here. There you go, speed matching locos, right? And I use it also to test the wheel sets on the cars for resistance. Okay. And this is my office. The layout is behind me. That's correct. You can see in the over that way, right there. That's the helix outside of my office door. Everything is backwards because the camera is on an angle. If I bring my view up again, oh, I got another subscriber now. Moving up in the world. Okay, this is my layout storyteller, and these cameras here are my subway system, and this is subway system, subway system, subway system. This is my levels. This is the top level. Yes, I saw that, Outlaw Rail Rider. Welcome. Greetings from Illinois. Awesome. Welcome in. And then this is the top level, which is the 5th level. And then that's my helix right there. So if I go here, that's my helix. It's 14 levels. It's made out of gator board, and I can pick that whole thing up with my hands like this if I needed to take it somewhere. But it has too many connections. It has a connection to each of the levels. Right here is level, this is level 2. This is level 3. And the subway system is level 4. And the level you can't see is level 5. And that has, hey, Mike, welcome. How you doing? And that's the entry points into all those levels. The second level has one entry point in it. You go in and out. It's 2 tracks that go into that level. And there's 2 tracks on this helix go all the way up to the top. And then they go into a Y and they funnel into one, which goes through a tunnel and gets out to the top level, which runs up and around. And the third level, or the second level, which is my yard, or the third level, I'm sorry, is my yard. That has 2 entrance points, one in the front here, right here, and then one in the back. Can't see that. And the subway system, which is up here, that has 2 entrances. A long bridge that goes across from the helix onto the subway system, and then there's another short bridge that goes further down that connects. So there's two connections, and you can come in and out either way. So, and there's two tracks on the subway system, and I have a double crossover up there so they can switch tracks so that the inside train or the outside train can get down the helix if they need to for whatever reason. Nice. That's nice, new storyteller. Yeah. This has been developed over the last 5 years, getting this all up to, so, getting this all built and everything. Okay, very good. So where are you located, new storyteller? I live in New Jersey. I don't need town. I just need what state. That's Maine. That's awesome. Yeah. So, uh, yeah. So I got that, and so that's the uh, helix, and I'll show you the other pictures. This is a subway system. Um, Fans, blowing air, electrical conduit, overhead lights. So you can see two tracks in there. Another corner up the subway system. Here's the turnout that takes you out of the subway system. Down there, down here is a double crossover. That's where they cross over. Nick's Hobby Shop, huh? Nice. This is like New York subway system. I modeled this after. I got 34th Street, 42nd Street, and um, 47th and 50th Street stations in on my subway system. All the graffiti on the wall was done by my girlfriend Barbara. She's the artist in my group. So, and then we go to here, and we got see it says 234th Street station up there. Fan blowing. We got some hobos or some hobos down here, and across the tracks you got some homeless people over here. The flickering light is fire. They got a fire stove. Nice. So that's that. Um, this is another view of the levels. I got oil pumps working. They're pumping oil right now. I got one that I have to fix the armature on, and the other one is a motor problem. I got to fix that one. So two pumps are, um, one's not working altogether. The other one's moving. I just got to fix the armature on there. Hokey pokey. A Gumby, damn it. No. So that's this is my upper yard. Over here, I got some car carriers. I 3D printed all the cars for the car carriers. We're still painting the cars, trying to get them done. Then I'll be able to add them to the train. That's what I'm working on, the upper level trains, getting them working. So, so that's that. This is, what camera is this? Oh, that's the Ashpool East. That's Ashpool West. Okay. Uh, I gotta move the cameras around a little bit. This is my 5th level up here, and I'm working on getting the trains to work up here. Now we're up to 1510. That's good. Yeah, that's okay, Russ. Got to have a good time anyway, right? So I was just giving the 2 new guys a little overview of you guys seen all this stuff before. These buildings up here, except for the gas station, everything else that you see up here building-wise is all been 3D printed. I have 4 3D printers here, 2 resin printers, and 2 filament printers. And I can move these cameras around, and you can see I got the lights in the ceiling blue. It makes it look like it's nighttime up there. I'm not going to move the camera, the things around. This is showing the top half of the helix, and it goes into a tunnel there. Some of the power lines I took down because I was working on the track up there, trying to clean it, and not clean it, but clean off the ballast off of the inside rails, and the towers were getting in my way, so I just took them down. I got to put them back up there. Bob, I just went to Hobby Lobby and went to the metal paints section of the paint department. They have, different types of paints there, and then they have one whole thing of metal paints, and I just grabbed certain colors of the metal, and I'm not worried about if it's a 1974 whatever or 1980 or whatever. I don't know, because I know I could go online and look for, yeah. I just get colors that I like and what's easy to paint on clear resin. Okay, because all my cars are printed in clear resin. That way I don't have to add any windows, because the clear resin is clear, the windows come out clear, and then all we got to do is paint the window frames around it. Did you ever find something on the layout you forgot about? What's going on? Yeah, there's well, I have a program, Mike, that I use called OneNote, and when I see something that's not right, I make it a little project in OneNote. So I always have it. I have like all the oil pumps. I labeled the oil pumps 1 through 6. I have 6 oil pumps on the layout. And when pump 5 is down, I make a note in my thing, pump 5, what the problem is, and then I start making notes of what I fixed it, and then I save that, and then I move it to the oil field folder in my OneNote. Then I can go back and look at that. Yeah, that's right. Because there's only so many metal colors that you can buy. They don't have all the colors of all the different cars either. Be kind of tough. But what Barbara found out was the wheels are supposed to be real shiny on a brand new car, right? So what she did was she painted the wheels with a black acrylic paint first, and then she took the black metal paint and then painted the wheels with that, and then that came out like it was shinier. So there's tricks and stuff you can do. Some of the colors you need to give it 2, sometimes 3 coats. It depends. So we even primed with Mr. Primer paint. It's a gray primer for acrylic, and we primed each car, but still sometimes you have to paint multiple times to get it on there. Right. That's right, Derek. They used to. Whatever reason, they couldn't keep the paint on the cars. That's how it was. So let me get this window down. And so I can, those Mr. Japan products are good stuff, usually. Most of them are about 5 times the tank engine brings that finish from 196. Okay, I get you. So, and there's a lot of people that get into that Thomas Train's stuff. I see them at train shows all the time. Layouts done in that and everything. That's good for a young kid to get into. I don't think they're pretty easy to break. Like these models here are delicate. Yeah, Mr. Surface Primer is something I rely on. That's good, Bob. Yeah, I bought when I got it originally. I got 2 bottles of it, and it lasts a long time, and it's pretty good. I like using that. See, when we paint the people, I print the people in white resin. White resin, water-based resin, seems to be easier to cover with regular paint. Once in a great while, you might have to touch up here or there when you're painting, but other than that, white resin is the best. The white water-based resin. I only use water-based resins, no regular resins anymore. I used to use regular resins in the beginning, but that required a lot of alcohol on hand. You had to use alcohol to clean off the build plate. You had to use alcohol to clean off the bin. You had to use alcohol to clean off the model. Pain in the ass. Water-based, a little bit of water, and you're good to go. Unicorn tears. I never heard of unicorn tears, but like color thinner. I always just add water to thin my paints. Barbara does the same thing. Just add a little water to it, make it a little thinner, and seems to work. I do have, I think I have a bottle of thinner here. I got airbrush thinner. I got airbrush cleaner. Somewhere I got a thing. often difficult to find Mr. Color Thinner. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Depends on where they sell them, right? So who knows? So one of the other projects I was working on a week ago or so was putting resistor wheels on all my rolling stock. And I said buying them wasn't that expensive, but it's a pain in the neck. So I said, let me make my own. And I did a video, and most of you seen it, of me making the resistor wheels. Well, I let them set overnight, and I come and I put them on a track here. And this car here I'm pointing to has my resistor wheels on it. It works. This car does. This car does. This car does. This car does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 17 cars to do. The other 12, I had my resistor wheels on the cars, and I put one on each truck. I put them on the track, and I felt like heat. They smoked, but I didn't have blue smoke. I had white smoke. And the wheels got really hot. You couldn't even touch them. So I don't know what I did wrong in making them. So I got to figure that out. And because I have 44 oil tank cars for the train that I'm going to be running. And 44 times 2 is 88 wheels that I need. The other thing, yeah, right, Bob. Yeah, when I saw it, I thought that too. Yeah, well, the next time I see one, I'll video it real quick. I'll do a short of it. But this is the wheel here. And it's real small, you can't see it. But I couldn't believe it. And I put these on the track, and I'm going, oh, I hope these don't smoke either. But they didn't. They work. The LED on the AIU01 is lit up for them. And they're a little flaky. And I don't know why. So, but at least they work. Like one might be working and the other one isn't working. So I don't know why that is. So I got to do more investigation on it because I got 44 of them to go. And what I also decided to do, since I had all the oil tank cars down, is I read somewhere or saw somewhere where tank cars should have 36 wheels instead of 33. So I'm going to switch them all out to 36 wheels. And that means that the alignment of the coupler is going to be off. But if they're all 36, then I only might have to adjust the buffer car coupler a little to make it go up a little higher or whatever. Or I might have to take a washer out. Hi, Chris. Welcome. How you doing tonight? Might have to take the resistor off extra resistors off of the trucks that I have now with the 33s on there, and that'll make them run smoother. So, uh, so I got to get some 36 wheels. I only have 18 of them, so I can get 9. Well, I can get 9, right? Because I need 2 for each car, so that's 9. I can get 9 cars ready for the resistor. So I'm not. I'm at a loss on what to do about the resistors. Um, I'm going to see. When I was painting the black conduit, the electrical tape, the electrical tape, or the electrical conduit. Where's that in here? It's electrical paint, the black electrical paint. So I was painting it across everything. So maybe it doesn't need to be across the resistor. So I'm going to try that on a pair of them and see if I can get it, see what that does. That'll be my next test. So, you know, when I saw it, I looked down and I said, where's that smoke coming from? I left it on there, and then I saw like a flame and everything. It was really bizarre. So I couldn't believe it did that. And these here, no problem. They work, and the LED comes on and everything. Now, I made a couple others, and they're on the layout, but I haven't turned the layout on again. I'm going to have to make sure that I know where they are and keep a close eye on them, and make sure that they don't light up and stuff like that. So if I figure out the way to do it, then I can make my own resistant wheels. So that's what I was planning to do. And let's see, did this thing dry? Take the weights off of it. And there's the other side. And there's the back wall. I'm going to need to glue this with that so it stays square and stuff. That's going to be hard. No, it does not. I have one. I don't get no shorts at all, Mike. It's okay, Bob. Thanks for stopping in. We'll catch you later. Take care. I don't get a short. If I got a short, the power cap here screen would start recycling. And it shorts it out. When I get a short on the system, it recycles the power cap. So I got a circuit breaker on the workbench, And since I'm doing this test track in here, maybe I'll hook up the EB1 in here instead of on the workbench in the training. So I'll have to make a note of that to do that. But no shorts at all when I put those resistors on. That see, yes, that was where the wheels smoked, right? Yes. Yeah, right on the track, right down here. Okay. When I was building this train and I got running around here, I would add them on. And when I would add them on, they just started smoking. And what I did after I glued the resistor onto the wheel, I let the CA glue set for like an hour. Then I come back, and then I take the conductive paint, and then I would paint it. Then I would let that dry for about an hour, and it takes a little bit longer than an hour for that to dry, but an hour. Then I would do is put it on the track, and it lit up the block. So I said, okay, it's getting current through there. Good. So then I added it to the car, and then I let it set overnight. And then I turned the system back on again in the morning, put it on there, and the thing started smoking. And that is the strangest thing I've ever seen. Now, when I used to I started out doing this, the resistor wheels, a long time ago, maybe 3 years ago. I bought all this stuff. I got those strips that I showed you in the video of all the resistors on it and everything like that. And back then, I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I wasn't getting smoked. They just didn't work. And so I abandoned it. And then I found JB wheel sets, and he made them. And I just ordered them from him. And I said, I'm not going to bother making them. Yeah, that's right, JD. Hey, Ronald Purdue, welcome. How you doing tonight? Yeah, so I said, you know, I mean, those resistors are so small. And everything, you know, they might have cost me a tenth of a cent each. So not losing that much money, JD. My time is more important than the amount of money I spent on the parts to do this. Okay. And it's frustrating sometimes when you think you got it. Well, first I was laying them flat on the axle, and that didn't work. So then I watched the video again, and then I said, oh, they're putting it on an angle on the axle. And welcome, Three Spikes Railroad. And the axle, you know, on angle on the axle and to the wheel, the inside of the wheel. And you just put a little dab of a CA gel there, and boom. So I take a toothpick, I put the toothpick on the, I put the glue on a paper, and then I take the toothpick, and then I can pinpoint it right where I want on the axle and the wheel. And then I take tweezers and hold that little itty bitty resistor and put it on an angle and drop it in on the wheel, the axle and the wheel. Let it dry and then paint it with the conductive paint. Now, maybe the conductive paint is old and it has problems. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a new tube of conductive paint, and that wasn't that expensive, a couple bucks. I think I got it on Amazon, and I couldn't have had 12 there. I couldn't have had 24 bad resistors. No. So it's got to be the way I'm doing it is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to try painting just a little bit of the resistor to one side and a little bit of the resistor to the other side. I was painting it all the way across, and I don't know if that's what's causing the problem. Too much current coming, or it's arcing over it or something. Be staying in the AC. 110 heat index tomorrow. So that means it's going to be 110 tomorrow. I think it was 95 was the hottest it's gotten here in New Jersey. That was last week. They haven't hit 3 digits yet. Wet and cold here. Where's here? Spike Rail, 3 Spikes Rail Railroad. Where's here at? Oh, Illinois. Okay. Northern Illinois, I guess that is, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's good, Ronald. Really cold weather there. Yeah, well, it's almost the end of June. We're almost into July. Shouldn't be having cold weather this time of year, no matter where you are. It's been abnormally wet and cold. Yeah, well, a lot of activity in the weather pattern, I guess. Can't go by what the weatherman say either. I just look out the window to see what the weather's going to be. It's not raining. I open up windows, get some fresh air in my house. If it's too hot, then I turn on a couple of the air conditioners. I got to get a couple more for the other rooms. Chilly and rainy here in Michigan. It's supposed to have storms tonight. Yeah. Yeah. 110 to 115 heat index. Wow. If it's 115, then it's 115 degrees. The hottest I ever seen it was in Arizona. It was in Arizona, and we were at a ranch out there, and we were riding four-wheelers out in the desert. And it was 125. That was the hottest I ever seen. That was the ranch was south of Phoenix, Arizona. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I'm gonna see it on the 2nd of July. That's when I'm gonna go see it. Sun is out here in 70. Well, it's dark here at my place now. It should be getting sunset soon. 2 years ago in Texas, nice. Yeah, it is huge. I was telling the guys earlier, Spike Trail Road. My son saw it on Sunday. He went up to the same place that John from Schuylkill Valley was, but John went up today. My son was there Sunday, and yeah, 4012. Yeah, they're running dual on the tracks, right? They're coming in side by side. I saw a couple of videos of that. It's really nice. Pretty neat. And then they got a couple of diesel helpers there. They need those diesels because there's not enough stops on the railroad for the steam engine to get water. So that's why the diesels are there. Not for power, but just because of the water. That's what I heard. Yeah, I'm going to go on the 2nd and 3rd of July down there to see it. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Mike. So, yeah, the resistor is so small, it's hard not to paint across it. But what I'm going to do is maybe use a toothpick to. I can use the. I am using a toothpick, but it's an old one. Yeah, I've been using it a lot with that. Maybe I'll get a newer toothpick, just get a little bit on it to paint to pinpoint it right on the resistor at the end instead of crossing over the resistor. I'll give that a try. But I got 3 bags of. Oh, nice. Very nice. So Spike Railroad is his first name is Jeff, I guess. Okay. I got a new name to add to my list here. Three Spike Railroad is Jeff. The other new guy was the news New storyteller. The new storyteller. Yeah, new storyteller. I got. He's a new one too. I hope Thomas the Spike Man changed his name back. Oh, that guy that went on Jim Tedesco show, he changes his handle every other day. The drag races, yeah. That thing was made in New York City, the 4014. It was manufactured in New York City, whatever year it was, I don't remember. Yeah, well, that's the name I came up with for him. He was changing his channel name over and over again, and then I put a message in Jim's uh, chat one night. He should call himself Spike Man. Gotta run, Tom. Enjoy the show. Have a great night, all. Okay, John. Have a good one. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's yeah. Oh, you were at Scranton too, Chris? Well, he wasn't there yesterday. He was there. Oh, was he there yesterday or today? He said. I don't remember. I think he was there yesterday. That's right. That sticker I sent you is a fair part of my layout. Okay. A matter of fact, you mean this one? This is Rick sticker he sent me. He says it's hard to peel off, but we'll figure it out. Okay, Mike. Thanks for stopping in. You have a good one. Do an uh, own test on those wheels. Save the smoke for heat. Yeah. 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 Okay, Chris. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice sticker. I'm going to add it to my wall out there. I got all my other stickers on there. Just haven't got around to it yet. Yeah, I'll do that, Mike. Put the own test on there. If they smoke again, I'll do a video of it. But I think it's because of the yeah. See, the resistor is completely covered in the black paint or the conductive paint. So I think that's what the problem is. I should check these to see what they look like. If they look like they're questionable, then I'll replace them. No sense in taking a chance. So that's another day's project. Because if I can get the process to where it works and they're consistent, then I can make all the ones for the 44 tank cars myself. But to buy like 200 36 wheels to do it. So unless I can get the guy who makes them give me a good price on them, because I need 88 of them, and you only get 12 in a bag. So I would need 7.357 something bags of it to make 88. But what can you do? So, well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. Been a little over an hour here. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Appreciate everyone, and hope everybody has a good week, what's left of it, and enjoy your weekend. And don't forget to watch Jim Tedesco at 6 o'clock tomorrow if you're available. And we'll catch you all on the rebound. Next week, I'll be back here Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Hope to see you here. And everybody have a great day. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. That's coming up this weekend. I believe it's this Sunday. And we'll catch you all later. Take care and good night.